All right, here we go. Hi, Mara.
Hi, Chris. Duke.
I almost called you Mara Duke, and then I was like, that's not a thing.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're going to adopt her.
Welcome to the family.
Okay, so now you have to shut up, Justin, because I haven't introduced you yet.
Oh, sorry.
While I was in the shower, Kim tried calling me and telling me that Biden is projected to win the presidency.
Are we pretending it's a certain day, or because I've known this
What do you mean?
for like 3 days now?
Oh. What?
Yeah, people just did math, and then they're like, "Oh, we did math, and then it's over."
Well, why? But like the official stuff came out today.
Who cares? Just the past couple of days has just been like watching Trump melt down. That's like
A bonus.
that's what we're watching right now. Is there like a? Never mind. I heard something.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay, well, so you've known because
So yeah,
math.
shit on that. Go for it. What? You're in the shower and Biden's the winner.
So
What'd
I'm
you
in
do?
the shower. Kim calls and she's like, "Biden's gonna be our next president." And I was like, "Well, you got to remember that Trump can call for recounts, and he's also out of his fucking mind. So who knows what's gonna happen?"
He said something on Twitter, and he better keep to this promise. He said they'd have to drag him out.
Really?
How funny would that be?
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But also a very real possibility of like civil war, which is not cool because people pay attention to what he says, like his followers. So if he were to say, "Don't let them take me out of the White House," there would be hundreds of people that would come to his aid to try and keep him in the White House. And so you'd have like...
It's not that great of a house.
But it's a house for winners.
Have it, friend.
That's what he wants. Anyways, so Biden's probably the president by now.
Yeah,
Well,
he's at like 290.
President-elect.
President-elect.
President-elect. So we got 75 days of Trump being a fucking bitch.
That's going to be weird.
It's going to be super weird. I think you and I talked about that a while ago, actually, about how like...
The lame duck.
Yeah, the lame duck. Yeah. And what does that mean again?
It's just like after the election until the next inauguration.
Okay. I left my drink over there, but I'm going to get it right after I introduce our very special guest. I've described him many times as one of the most delightful human beings on the face of the planet. I've never once seen him upset. I don't know that he's capable of being upset. And
we're going to try today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Palmer!
Hello.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I stayed up way too late last night. Let's just start there. And then woke up.
Were you playing video games?
I was playing video games, yeah. Yeah.
Bring that mic a little closer to you.
Oh, sorry. I was taking a drink earlier. Yeah, no, I was playing video games.
What are you playing?
I was playing Destiny 2.
I know that one.
Yeah. New update comes out on Tuesday. Just getting ready for that.
Is Xbox or PlayStation?
PC.
PC?
Yeah, I made the switch, a couple years ago. I haven't regretted it.
So what is it, Steam?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's on Steam now. It started out it's jumped around, but yeah, it's on Steam.
That is bonkers, man.
Yeah, it's made by the people who made like Halo 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
How decked out is your gaming station?
Mine's like pretty good. It's not like top tier, but it's not.
Do you have a photo of it?
Oh, I think I have a photo of my.
Make sure you send it to me, and then I'll
Desk.
put it up here.
I think.
I'll look at it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
No,
That's interesting. I like the Jungle Gym
Yeah,
edition in there.
I built that for hanging purposes.
On the hamster tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's to send messages. Hamster City.
Hamster City. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we know each other because we grew up together.
Yeah.
Are you the same age as Matt?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Same grade.
My brother. But really, I think I started to get to know you back in the Skatepark days.
Yeah, yep. Because you were working the Becker Community Center skate park.
Yep. So in our town, for listeners, there used to be a skate park at our community center, and my little brother and his friends started to progress very quickly. Mainly because my friends were really good at skateboarding.
They were.
And then they were like, well, we're younger, so we're going to figure this shit out.
Might as well work together.
And blast on past you guys. So, yeah. I remember, you guys just shredding the gnar. But it was so cool to watch you guys progress because I was there almost every day.
Yeah, there's a day that sticks out in my head, skateboarding. Being at the skate park. At the time, the skate park's still around. It's free. You can use it. But at the time, it wasn't. You had to pay the community center. And Chris was working outside. And I just remember being like, hey, Chris, what trick should I learn? And he'd be like, go front 5-0 that hubba. I was like, done. And I learned that. What should I do now? He's like, do it down. And just back and forth. I remember that. Like, those kind of days stick out.
Did we ever teach you the creed of in the bag?
No.
So unless you could do it 5 times in a row, you didn't have the trick in the bag.
It wasn't locked down.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
you landed it one time, you'd be like, one time I can.
Yep.
I did that.
Yep.
But to say I can do this,
You had to be able to do it
5 times in a row.
5 times in a row.
And that was something that we like started at that park too. So I remember, Eric was like the first one.
Eric was good. He was very good.
Unreal.
He was very good.
He had such a great way of watching a part and meticulously paying attention to the foot placement and for some reason the hands.
Yeah.
Like you remember Chet Thomas?
Yeah, I think so.
Globe skateboarder. He watched him a lot and like the type of shoulder like
Just
hunching. He was so good at mimicking that and then would do his own spin on shit.
Well, I remember watching Eric and just thinking like he's insanely better than everybody else here. Like, I was like, I was pretty good. I was okay. Like, one of my biggest regrets in life is stop skateboarding. Like, I haven't been on a skateboard in years, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And but yeah, watching Eric skate, I thought he was so good. Like, I was like, this guy, he could do this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He was very good.
And did you ever get into snowboarding?
I tried snowboarding. Like, I have been snowboarding. I was never good at it. I fell one time, and Scott Baker was like, that's the best trick you've ever done. And I was like, yeah, no, I did that well. So, no, I never really got into snowboarding.
Oh, man. You know, my favorite memory of you is I threw a skate contest, and the youth shelter gave us like a bag of stuff. And I had said that there was going to be first, second, and third place. But the youth shelter was the only sponsor that showed up.
Mm-hmm.
All of the other ones backed out last minute. So I didn't have enough stuff to give to people. And I remember saying, Justin, you would have gotten third, but I just don't have shit to give. And your mom yelling at me.
Yeah, she is a yeller. Dude. She's crazy.
And it was it's so weird because I was, 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first time I recall being able to talk to an adult like an adult,
Like,
and it not being it. You know what I mean? Like, so she yells at me like, you shouldn't advertise third place
mm-hmm.
and then not have prizes for third place.
Yeah.
And I just went, look, lady,
Shit happens.
these sponsors backed out. This
Stuff
sponsor backed out. I've been here for 6 hours and just laid out the things.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. And then I went and I had diarrhea at my friend's house party.
Just be like that sometimes. Just be like that.
Now, throughout the years, you've just become such a wonderful friend, I would say, to people, and you're just so positive, dude. Why do you think that you've maintained this positive outlook on things?
This is a great question. I don't know because I know it could be worse. Like, I'm in a pretty good spot.
Well, but you've seen worse.
Yeah, that's exactly, like, I've been through worse. So there's stuff I'm definitely not in the worst spot. So I don't know. There's nothing to be sad about, I guess. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying is like, I can't remember a time where you weren't that way.
I don't know.
And you've been through things throughout your life, but you've always been like,
Yeah. Shit happens. I don't know. It's just how I am now. I don't know. Or how
that's
I am.
interesting. So, tell me about your dad, because I know very little.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad was I don't know. He was, I'm saying that a lot. He was kind of a nerd.
Okay.
I remember, so my dad passed away 9 years ago, from ALS. But before, I had been going down like weekly to help him. Like help him clean his room. We'd go grocery shopping, pick up stuff he needed for the week. And, I remember he was getting help from, the VA, because he was a Marine, and he got a check, and he was like, "Oh, I want to buy a computer. Will you come help me pick out a computer?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we went to Best Buy, bought him a laptop. He's like, "Oh, I'm looking for a game to play. What should I play?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are you into?" And he's like, "I don't know." And I remember him telling me he used to play a lot of D&D. He was huge into D&D, and I was like, "You could try out World of Warcraft. I don't know. You might like it. It's just role playing game." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." So I got him a World of Warcraft account, got him set up. And so every week I'd kind of just check in on him when I came back. And I remember he played World of Warcraft like he played D&D, like very like role play-y, like so like World of Warcraft, I don't know, you can like log out wherever you want. There's no real reason to be anywhere except for if you log out, I mean, just as in game, if you log out in an inn, you get bonus XP when you log back in.
Oh, okay.
But he would always log out in the same inn, and he would sit in a chair, and he would always take his helmet off. And I remember asking him, I was like, "You don't have to do that. Like, you can just go in and you're fine." And he's like, "Well, my character always sits down, he has a drink, and he takes his helmet off after a long day." And I was like, "Well, you do you, man. All right." And
Did he play on the servers that were specifically for that style of play? So just a regular server?
He just hopped into a server, and he made a paladin, and that's what he played. Yeah.
That's funny.
So what do you mean by...
So there's more than one type of server on World of Warcraft. You can join a server that's for role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like people play their character like an actual character.
Oh.
Like Dungeons and Dragons. Like
I gotcha.
Yeah. Because like there's the normal ones are just like, oh, we're gonna grind out and get gear.
Yep.
And then there's ones that are player versus player where everyone fights each other.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the RP servers are usually more like strict. Like you can't have like a weird name. It's got to be like an actual name. So
Wild.
yeah.
And so, like, did you get him a headset and stuff?
No, he just played, just little old laptop, him in his bed, just laying there playing World of Warcraft. Made him happy. So.
So what did he tell you stories about being a Marine?
None that I can remember. If he did,
Okay.
it was long ago. Yeah, I wish I remembered more stories. Like that's another thing.
Yeah.
Just
So, do you remember when he got diagnosed with ALS?
it was a couple years before he had passed away, and you could like, which sucked is like, I could see the regression like of it, like killing his legs and like not so he couldn't walk and just stuff like that. Which that was kind of hard, and still is, but.
And your parents were not together when this happened?
No, they split a while ago. I don't think they ever actually got divorced. They just split up.
Oh, okay. Well, and I mean, so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6 brothers. Or 6 siblings, 2 sisters, 4 brothers.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yep. So I have 2 older half sisters, Brenna and Samantha.
Oh yeah.
Sam's in your grade.
Yep.
And then I have a full brother, Jake, who's a year older than me. Then I have 2 step siblings, Anthony and Neil. And then I have a younger half brother, Ian.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, yep.
That is wild, man.
Yeah.
Are there things that you see in yourself that are similar to how your dad was?
Yeah. I think my dad was a very calm person. He wasn't like, he didn't get uppity and angry. I don't
Not easily agitated.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. More laid back kind of just rolled with it. I think that's probably where I get it from. Is he wasn't very high strung.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, so I got to shoot you and Alicia's wedding,
Hell yeah.
which was so much fun. Everybody was fantastic. It was a blast. But there's a memory from that wedding that I've told, I don't even know how many times. Probably every wedding I've ever shot. Or anytime someone asks if I cry at a wedding, I'm always like, yeah, there's this one where I fucking bawled. And it was the mother-son dance. And the song, do you remember what the song was?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah.
And that was in honor of your father?
No, that was my mom. She used to sing to us when we were going to bed, when we would go to bed, and it was either that song or I think it's called Blue Moon. I'm not sure, but she would sing one of those two songs, and
Okay.
that was just like, yeah, way back, like way back.
I don't know why I remembered for some reason it having to do something with your dad. But at any rate, like you guys started crying, you and your mom, and then it's funny when you look at the photos, you can see like you looking over, and then your mom looking over, and then you guys pointing at me because I was crying. So like, there's photographic evidence of somebody recognizing that I'm crying while you guys are crying on the dance floor.
Calling you out.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, and I love telling that story. But now that I know that I'm fucking up that story because I thought I had
That's
something
way
to do with your
better.
dad.
Yeah, no, it was all about my dad, and that's why we were crying. Just change the narrative.
Well, did you guys do a dance for your dad? Why am I?
We had a table set up that had like his picture and a candle lit for him.
Okay,
like,
okay.
For the people who couldn't be there. And I still have the picture and like candle next to my bed at night and stuff like that.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know
I mean,
why.
how many
thought that.
weddings have you been to?
Jesus. I don't know.
So I don't know. Cut yourself some slack.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I mixed them up. That could be. There's definitely been some
Tearjerkers?
Yeah, some tearjerker moments for sure. One moment like so like that moment is a funny one, but there's a wild one, which was I shot this wedding for a couple in Monticello, and the groom's mom was paraplegic.
Okay.
Because she was driving and someone wanted to attempt suicide, so they drove head on into traffic.
Oof.
And he got out fine, but she was, crippled beyond repair, basically. And so they were getting ready, and he's standing by his mom, and I'm like, would you be willing to give her a kiss on the forehead?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what? Dude, you a kiss on the forehead? But
That's my mom.
why? I was like, it's your mom. You never kissed your mom? I was like, just trust me, dude.
Do it.
It's going to be fine. And he did it. And she is not capable of talking. But when he did that, she went, oh. And so everyone around like got goosebumps and was like, oh my God,
Just broke down.
she made a noise. Ah! We were all like, oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
It was bananas, dude.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened at a wedding you've shot?
Man, there's been some shenanigans for sure. One time I was shooting a wedding and I crawled up into the rafters of this barn
Yeah.
to get shots.
Yeah, the good angles.
I was like fucking Spider-Man. So that was pretty nuts.
You're just taking pictures of like bald spots.
You saw bird's nest.
Man, I mean, the wedding that I shot in Mexico, that whole thing was just
I bet.
insane. It was such a wild trip. But as far as like, just can't believe this is happening type of stuff. Fuck. Kim would have a better memory than me about that, but like,
Oh, that's my job.
Yeah, that one.
Remember when the stripper came out of the wedding cake?
Oh,
yeah,
That was
I do remember
crazy.
that. I do remember. Probably the funniest thing is this wedding that I shot where the best. Oh, okay, two things. So the craziest thing, like, because it was. I'm saying brave of me to do, but really just like brave in a bad way. Shooting this Vietnamese wedding. Huge family. They wanted a huge family photos, like 70 people. And there's one white guy. And he's enormous compared to them. Like, so fucking
just
tall.
towering.
It's crazy.
You had to dig a hole for him to stand in the front.
So we're trying to get everybody packed in, and he's like fucking around in the back. And I'm like, hey, and I'm trying to wave, and I'm like, there's 70 fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go, hey, white guy. And all of them turned and looked at him, and but like looking back on it, like that could have gone not great.
Could have backfired.
But there was a best man who had a tattoo on. He had a tramp stamp.
It's two.
It was a garage, like an opening in a garage, and there was a sign on top of the door, you know, like a garage door.
The gay garage. Yep.
And it said Doug's Boner Garage. And I was like, what the fuck is that about? And he was like, oh, well, we had a bet going.
I knew it was going to be a lost bet.
We had a bet going that if this happened, then I'd have to get this tattoo. And I was like, dude, don't fucking do it. You know what I mean? Because, like, you had to schedule the appointment.
Yeah.
You don't just walk in and like,
Hey, you busy today? Got this sweet idea. Well, it's kind of like your idea from the Dude Absolutely clip, the man cave.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm surprised, like, tattoo artists have agency.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like someone would see that and be like, you didn't choose this.
Right.
Or they had a really elaborate story about how they, oh no, I totally chose it.
Oh, that's
like, my dad's name is Boner.
That's for Doug.
Huge mechanic.
That's for Doug.
Yeah, I have friends who have turned down tattoos for lesser reasons.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that guy had to be persistent. You're right. And like make sure.
He's like, no, I need this.
They had to engage in like blackmail.
That was nuts. That was actually the first wedding that I shot after my suicide attempt.
Oof.
And nobody knew about it. And it was weird. Like, so I shot that wedding, and then the next weekend I had another wedding, and the lady that I was working for was like, because I didn't want anybody to know.
Makes sense.
But I didn't want them to know yet, I should say. We're driving home or driving away from this wedding, and the lady is like, you know, I just want you to know I've been pretty sad lately. Been having a tough time. I'm like, okay. And she's like, and I haven't gone through with anything, but I have those passive thoughts of, you know, harming myself. And I'm like, all right. It's an odd thing to bring up right now. Feels like maybe some fishing.
Yeah.
And so, and she just kept going, and I was like, all right, maybe I'm overthinking it. So I told her what had happened. And her response was, well, what about the people that booked you for weddings? I was like, kind of super not fucking important, actually.
Yeah. Not your first priority.
I was like, what the fuck, man? What a weird...
Yeah. Not your family or your kids.
Yeah.
But the people who booked you.
Yeah. And then I found out later that the other people that she had hired, she went and told them.
Oh.
It's like, oh, you suck.
Well, I don't like you.
Yeah. All that lady cared about. I mean, I don't know what she's up to now, but I mean, I do, but I just trying to keep it vague. Like,
yeah.
she very much cares about being successful. And you should be able to have the things that you want along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm doing this, I deserve this thing. It's like, you don't deserve shit.
Nope.
Life is meaningless. What do you think, Mara?
Did you ever live anywhere weird?
I lived in Alaska.
Me too.
Nice. Where'd you live?
Fairbanks.
I lived in Palmer.
I don't even know where that is.
It's like 30 minutes out of Anchorage.
Okay.
Yeah. Palmer, Wasilla.
I
was only there for
okay, I know Wasilla, yeah.
I was only there for like maybe 8 months
Oh, okay.
when I was young. Well, not like it was 6th grade. I don't know.
Oh,
so
shit.
you remember it at least.
Yeah, I don't know what age is like what grade you're in. Like I can say I was in
I think that was
6th grade, but I couldn't tell you how old I was.
That would be
12 or 13.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I got kicked off the bus for I think I was eating gummy bears, and it was like middle of the winter for Alaska. So I got kicked off the bus, and then I had to walk to school in the morning.
They just left you to die.
Yeah, they're like, survive, and I'm here, baby.
I could feel you noticing me trying not to look at you when you said gummy bears.
It's a forever association, I think, yeah.
And,
But yeah, I remember, because when I lived in Fairbanks, I remember school did not close.
yeah.
But if it was negative 40, it was excused.
Nice.
So every morning I would run downstairs to the thermometer.
Just
I'd be
praying
like,
it was cold enough.
40.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I remember getting kicked off the bus and then having to walk to school, and it was what I remember was it was daylight savings, so it was super dark already, and my stepmom forgot to set the clocks back, so we went to school an hour early that morning. And I remember getting there with my stepbrother because he walked with me. I remember just sitting there and nobody's in the school, and we're like, I don't know what's going on here. And then she was like, yeah, no, I forgot. You guys were there way early. And I was like, oh, okay.
How long were you not able to ride the bus?
It was probably only a couple days, but
For gummy bears.
like that's what I remember is I was eating gummy bears and the bus driver must have had a vendetta, and
Because I imagine like you just savagely opening a bag of
Everywhere.
5 pounds of gummy bears
Yep.
and just dumping it.
handfuls out the bus, just giving them to everybody.
That's what you need to do to get kicked off for a couple days.
Not me.
Not just like casually.
Must have been my face.
You bring up a good point, though. You definitely were up for shenanigans
Yeah.
and fun childhood antics.
Yeah. YOLO, you know? Right, kids? We did some dumb things. Yeah.
Because were you friends with Keith in high school?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And would you be along for any of the
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
firecrackers in the butt and stuff like that?
You know, I say yes now, but at the time, still yes, probably. Yeah, I mean, we were skateboarding and Jackass was huge and you loved everything about it. And I don't know. Yeah.
What were some pranks and or shenanigans you got into?
I remember we used to go on top of the roof of the school. Like we would get up on the school roof and run around up there at night, just jumping off stuff. I don't know, just kid things.
I mean,
Extreme.
was
kid
there
things.
any nudity involved?
I remember going streaking one time, but it was like it was like we were at somebody's house and everyone's like, oh, let's go streaking. Like, yeah. And then it was just all the guys running naked. And I was like, yeah, this isn't fun. But it was fun.
Oh,
You
dude.
just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell
This
people.
sucks.
Yeah, I hate this. Nice penis.
That's so funny. Very similar thing happened to me. Somebody was like, let's go streaking. And they were like, let's go to the baseball field and we'll run all the bases.
Yeah, do some. Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Home
then
run.
that'll be the one lap.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody gets naked and then we start running. And the person running behind me is like, you put your shoes back on? So I was the only one with socks and shoes on, but nothing else.
Well,
And running the bases. And I was like, you guys never played baseball before?
It's very pragmatic. Yeah.
I want to protect the toes. I get it.
What if you slip?
Yeah.
Like I know we're being crazy, but
Let's be smart
this
here, people.
crazy? Yeah.
Let's be smart here. Athlete's foot. You ever heard of it?
No shit.
Seriously.
Tell me about the first time you met Alicia.
Oh, video store. She used to work at the video store in town. And I remember walking in with Zach Sherwood, and Alicia's a year older than me, so was Zach. So they were in the same grade. And I remember like we went in, got a game. Couldn't tell you what game it was. And I remember leaving, and I was like, "Oh my God, who was that? And do you know her? And how can I know her?" And he was like, "That's Alicia." And I think he gave me her email address so we could I know. It was scandalous. And we just started talking, and then we were talking, and then she started dating somebody.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You remember who?
No, wait, it wasn't Zach, was it?
No, Matt Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Her and Johnsy started dating, and
then he was like, "Oh, you're too old for me."
and then they broke up, and then we started talking again, and then we started dating. 07? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 07. Yeah, coming up on 13 years, 14 years.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, 14 years. Yeah, January.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Kim and I, when we found out about it, because we'd been going to the video store all the time.
Yeah, it's a good place.
And we found out that you guys were dating. We were like, fuck, yes. It's like, of course, they should have been together.
She's the greatest person ever.
It's like kindergarten.
I was actually talking to her today, and wow, God, I don't know how it got brought up. And she was like, "Yeah, it's just a good thing you met a really stable person at 17 who could really help you and take care of you." It's like, yeah,
wow,
that was great.
That's a really good point, because you were friends with some people that kind of strayed around.
I definitely, there was a sway there, and I swayed in the right direction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the best, dude.
She is very great.
When you proposed, how did that happen?
So, we had been dating 8 years at the time, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to spend the rest of my life with her, and she definitely wants to get married. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. And so we hadn't been. Every year we usually go to Vegas. That was like our company trip we would take.
Oh, yeah.
And so we stay at the Rio, which is off the Strip. And but they have a rooftop casino, or not casino, club. And we've gone up there a couple times. We take a picture like overlooking so I had it all set in my head. I was like, we're going to go up there. I'm like, oh, let's just take that picture we always take. And she's like, yeah. And then I'm going to get down on one knee. Well, so I worked for a company, background information. I worked for a company my grandpa started. So it's like all family pretty much. And so none of my family would ever go up with us to the nightclub. So we got there the year we were going to propose. I was going to propose. And we're like, oh, yeah, we're going to go up to the nightclub tonight and, have some drinks, probably, hang out. And my grandparents, who were old, were like, oh, we're going to come up and check it out, too.
Shout out to the olds.
So in my head, I'm like, oh, that's a dead giveaway. Like, she knows something's up for sure, because why would they ever want to come up with us? And so we go up. We're hanging out, and I'm nervous as shit. Like, I have the ring in my pocket, and I'm freaking out. And then I was like, oh, we should take that picture. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And she was excited because I was the one who asked to take the picture, because I'm not a picture taker.
Right.
And so she's excited. So we get up like against like the rail to take it, and then everybody like is there watching, like just standing there. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay. It's like, well, and then I don't even remember what I said to her. I just pulled out the ring. She said yes. Thank God. That'd have been embarrassing. And we got engaged. I remember everybody leaving, and then I forgot my hat, and I went up to get it in the club because they made me take it off. And I remember coming down again, and I was like, oh, yeah, I just proposed to my fiance now. Just some random people in the elevator.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's cool. Who are you? It's like, yeah, no, you don't care. That's fair. That's fair. So, yeah.
That's so
You're
funny.
not invited.
Yep.
I don't remember what I said to Kim either.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. I remember saying something.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you a single word of what it was.
I remember putting the ring on her finger, which now that I think back on it, is a little forward.
You're saying yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
But I remember saying something to the effect of like how magical she was, and then she was crying a lot. And then I was like, we should probably get separated a year from now.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? And I was like, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I was just going through things in a year.
But dude, you and Alicia, like, you guys are so enjoyable. So just to put it into perspective, on my lunch breaks, sometimes I would just go and eat lunch with them at the place that they worked at.
Yeah, because we work together. She does graphic design. I do like customer stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, so we work together. So we're together every day.
Does she still do graphic design?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I should ask her some questions.
Working from home?
Not yet. So when COVID all started, we did do home. We worked from home for like 2 weeks, and then we got laid off for 3 months or however long that was, and then we went back because we don't have people come into the office. We're not like super concerned about it because it's the same 5 people who are in every day. And,
Gotcha.
and 2 of us live together. So no, but when her maternity leave starts, I think she's gonna do some stuff from home, like eventually, not right away, but.
Oh yeah. You guys are gonna have a babe.
You're gonna have a baby, yeah. That's a thing, huh?
When
Soon, like tomorrow, it could happen.
Dang.
Like my phone, I have it on vibrate just in case she decides to go into labor while I'm here.
Great content.
Yeah, Chris was hoping for that. Just
we got the mobile
for
rig
the
set up.
views.
Yeah.
Yep, for the views. We'll take this on the road.
Speaking of views, I loaded up some clips for us to watch, which I don't normally do for this show.
Okay.
But for you, since you're such a special guest,
Oh.
I wanted to have some clips for us to watch.
Ouch.
And I made sure that I armed the right channel. I'm excited.
Oh, she had the poop on her face. So that brings me to my first question. When was the last time you pooped your pants?
Ooh, never.
Never pooped your pants?
Well, okay, I lied. One time.
Okay.
One time I pooped my pants when I was 14.
Okay.
I farted and just a little
Nugget?
nugget dropped out.
Man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I refuse to shit myself. I'll show you a clip after the show about a story where all signs point to how did you not shit your pants, but I didn't do it. I often say that if I was a superhero, that would be my superpower.
That'd be superpower?
Not shitting myself.
Yeah.
Because our co-host shits himself like once a week.
Wow. That's
Not her.
Not I. No, that's.
He's got like a sign that like days without shitting myself.
And he has
Yeah.
to
It's always
erase,
at 0.
and he has to erase it
that's
a
so
lot.
funny. Oh man, I'm gonna.
You gonna make one?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a great idea.
That's a good sign.
So is this cord too short?
Jump into our next clip.
Boring.
Just stay here and poop your pants for us.
All right.
Just do it.
I was like a little kid the last time.
if
Really?
could shit myself.
Like, little kid. Like I know it wasn't acceptable, but I was also a little
You're a kid.
so-
Yeah, it makes sense.
And my grandma was really mad, and I remember her putting like the underwear in like
Just scolding
an
you.
empty bread bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she was just very mad. I'm just like, sorry,
Sometimes you gotta poop.
wasn't the plan.
I didn't want to shit my pants.
And I think it was one of those like too anxious to like say anything and just kind of let it happen.
Yeah. No, I pooped my pants in Vegas.
that's the place to do it.
Yeah.
Because no one's allowed to know about it.
Well, and it was a crazy time. It was the first time I'd gone to Vegas without Alicia. And I was there. It was a company trip again, but it was just my family pretty much.
You've been there a lot, haven't you?
Oh, a ton. I love gambling. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to gambling, but
Do you only do it when you go to Vegas, or do you?
I mean, I gamble here. We'll go to the casino once every couple months maybe, but like, you know, I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna gamble my mortgage because I might.
You're not
I
handcuffed
need
to
it.
a slot
No,
machine.
exactly. I'm
Yeah.
like, I bring what I can lose, and not like
Fun
die.
money. Fun money.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But yeah, no, poop my pants in Vegas. Yeah, keep going. Oh, so no.
Yes, details, please.
I can tell the story. So it was a trip without Alicia. We get there, and it was, I think our plane landed at like 9 a.m. and we went to the liquor store. We had because we usually get a limo because we have like 5-10 of us, and we just like, let's just split a limo.
Nice.
It's like $10 a person. And so we had them stop at the liquor store, and we picked up a case of beer, and we just started drinking at like 9:15. And we got to the hotel, and I went straight over and started playing craps, and the waitresses were just coming. We started taking shots, and
Ironic game to be playing, but continue.
and so I was just drinking. Didn't eat anything all day, just kept drinking. And we were going to get on the shuttle to go back to our hotel, and I was like blackout drunk at this point. And but I can like faintly remember it, and I remember like dry heaving, but then I shit myself. And I remember like hearing somebody in the background go, "I think he just shit himself." And so I'm blackout drunk, and I'm like hanging off my brother-in-law, and the bus driver like opens the door, and he's like, he can't come on. And he's like, why not? He's like, he's gonna throw up on here and I'm gonna have to clean it. And he's like, I'll pay whatever it costs for him to get on. He's like, 10 grand. He's like, fine, let him on. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And my grandpa was on with us at this trip with us. So my sister called him up and was like, hey, they won't let Justin on the bus because he's too drunk. Will you come pick us up? And he's like, sure. Came, got us. Garvey got me up. That's my brother-in-law. He got me up to the hotel room. I passed out in the bathroom like all night. Slept. That's where I slept. Woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, God, I think I shit myself. And I did. So I took my underwear off, hopped in the shower, cleaned off, climbed into bed. Woke up the next morning. I was talking with my sister and brother-in-law because I stayed in their room. And I was like, God, I feel so terrible. Grandpa had to come out so late to get us. My sister looks at me, and she's like, it was 6:30 p.m. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, we went and got dinner afterwards. Like, you shit your pants early there, brother. I was like, yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was the last time I considered myself, like, shitting my pants. Like, I've sharted a couple times when I was sick, but I don't count those.
Yeah, see, all right, so my body, like, literally refuses to allow me to shit myself. It's just very, very much against it. And I don't know what is going on with my mic right now, but okay, so I'll tell like a quick version of the time that I definitely should have shit myself. So I'm gonna shoot a comedy show, the last one that I was gonna do, and I ate Chinese food, and 30 minutes later, my body was like, "Hey, we're not sure that was food." So I go to this Dollar General that's there, and I run to the back, and I'm trying to open the door, and it won't open. And I find an employee, and I'm like, do you need a key for the bathroom? And she's like, you do, but we lost it 5 days ago. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to run out of that store because it was all the way in the back. So I'm like running, and it's like a little outlet strip
mall. Yeah,
not necessarily. Well, like, you know where like TJ Maxx is in St. Cloud?
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So on the far end, so TJ Maxx would be on the far end, right? I'm on the opposite side. So I'm over here, and I'm going down, and none of these places, they either don't have bathrooms or you're not allowed to just go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
So there's a Caribou all the way at the end. So I run to the end, and like the baristas had to know.
Yeah.
That's brave, by the way. You ran?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did it. And so they had to know that I had shit for sure.
Yeah.
So because I go to the bathroom right
know.
away.
They
and
know.
and again, bathroom's locked. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh no.
And the lady's like, or this woman was like, sorry, my son's in there. Dimmy, how's it going in there? And I'm a dad, so I'm even like, kids.
Oh, Dimmy. Take your time, son.
And the barista was like, it's fine. You can use the women's room. It wasn't a lady. He was just super gay.
Yeah.
So he hands me the thing, and I go, and have you heard of corking?
No. Yes.
So what it is the first part is solid, and then the rest is liquid. So it's like popping the cork off a champagne bottle,
and
right?
Just letting it all out.
So that was like 10, 15 minutes of like, it's New Year's Eve in my asshole.
Just celebrating.
And somebody's going to pop that champagne bottle. But I still didn't shit myself.
because you had that cork.
So the next time you're at like a gas station and the key has like a license plate attached to it, like that's
you
why.
know why.
Yeah.
You know why.
Be appreciative of that license
You respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I poop a lot. Like
That's good.
like I'm not like, I don't care where I poop. Like some people are like, oh, I can't
Same.
use public restrooms.
I won't even look when I sit.
I will poop wherever.
Yeah.
I think I have some sort of stomach problem, but I haven't ever gotten checked out because I just don't care enough to. I don't.
You know, that's an interesting point. Like, it's so common that it's one of those ailments that people just accept.
Yeah, I just know what I can eat and what I can't eat. And if I eat the things I can't eat, I just got to know where a bathroom is where I'm at with it. So, no, I don't have any problem pooping in public, and I'll go, like, anywhere.
Same.
But, yeah, I've had to, like, on drives home, I'm like, well, we have to stop at this gas station because I have to poop. And, like, the first time I met my brother-in-law, we double dated with my sister. We went and had...
Which, by the way, the eyelashes on that guy are just gorgeous.
He's a gorgeous man. And we went and did like mini golf and stuff, and then we went and got food at a restaurant, and we both got a jalapeno cheeseburger or whatever, and they had like fresh jalapenos on it, so it was like super spicy. And so I pooped before we left, and then I was like, we were in the car driving back to my house, which was probably 4 minutes away. And I was like, oh, we have to stop at this place between here and there because I have to poop again. And so then we stopped at a different restaurant, and I ran in and I pooped there. Yeah. And then I made it home just barely. Sweating bullets. Just.
I'm working on a bit, and I'm trying to like figure out how to phrase it, but I know that like the punch at the end that I want to have it. So somebody complaining about something in their life, right? That's not from a state like Minnesota or Alaska or some shit. Anything where weather turns or mirrors that of the tundra. So somebody's complaining, and then I say, you don't know hardship until you've shit in a porta potty,
outside porta potty
in January.
Yeah, I've done that.
Exactly, right? Like, it's terrifying.
It's not fun. No one enjoys it.
Because you look and when it happened to me, my first thought was, why? Why would there be one in the wintertime? What are we doing here? Yeah. But then the next thing was like sitting on that. As soon as I sat down, I was like, will I be able to get up?
Yeah, I'm not getting off this.
Am I going to be frozen?
I'm stuck to it.
Also, will my shit be so hot
Ooh.
that it causes like an explosion of some sort when it hits the frozen? Which, that's the other thing. They can't clean it out.
No.
Right? It's all got to be frozen.
There's got to be a chemical in there that makes it stay liquidy.
You think
so?
So?
They can suck that out. Because you can't just leave it. You can't leave frozen poop in there. I mean, you could.
Be a rough spring.
Yeah. No one wants to clean it. I've cleaned dog shit up after the winter, like, because it's just stacking up, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Now, this is human poop? No, thank you.
Speaking of human poop, are we ready for our next clip?
Actually, I have a question. Has anyone had to use the restroom but the toilet is like doesn't have a stall?
Oh, it's just a toilet by itself?
It's a toilet by itself, but it's also a multi-person like restroom. There's more than one toilet.
No.
That happened to me. That was the worst like experience I've had for
no,
pooping.
And there's no lock on the door?
No, there was no door. This was at a club in the cities, and we were there seeing a metal show.
Yeah. And
they had this problem where someone would just lock themselves in the stall for ever, so they just got rid of the stall, left the toilet.
Doors.
Wow.
Sounds like an angry dad. Like, we're taking your door away. You don't get your door anymore.
I mean, First Avenue.
It's like pooping in prison.
Yeah. I've shit there, and there's no door, but I've never no stall, no walls.
All gone. Yeah.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I've done the no door at like a bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like 2 a.m. and you're pooping, and there's just people
like
in
strip
and out.
clubs are like that.
Never actually been in a strip club.
I've been to 2.
I've definitely never shit in a strip club.
Sometimes when you got to shit, you got to shit.
Yeah,
That is true.
I'm fearless.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I respect that.
I pooped in that one I was just talking about.
I've talked about many times. I've been like, I need to just pull over and shit on the side of the road here.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming. I never have though.
Oh, dude, the best shit story. This is my favorite poop story to tell of all time, which is camping, and we canoed. There was this little island that you could camp at. So I'm with the Boy Scouts, and I sign up to do that, to stay the night on this island. But you have to canoe or kayak out there. We go out there, sleeping horribly. I woke up, somehow had flipped around. Like I was sleeping head to head with this other kid in the tent, and then I woke up and my head was on the opposite side. No fucking idea how that happened. So I'm all disoriented. So I think I woke up at like 6:30. I unzip and I kind of run out, and I'm like trying to get my bearings, and I look up, and our camp counselor is propped in a tree with hand like between these two trees, pushing with his hands and his feet up in the air, no pants on, and he's grunting, and I go, ah, and he goes, it's the only way. What the fuck does that mean?
What is the only way?
There's so many other ways to poop.
The first thought was that you were judging them.
How old was he, do you think?
Oh, God. Probably 30.
You think 30?
Yeah.
I'm 30 right now, and I can see myself propping myself up in a tree to poop. So if I'll remember that next time I go camping, that is actually the only way.
I was thinking of, God, what? Hercules, like when he's pushing pillars.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, God, it's the only way.
It is.
I feel like the Slav squat is the way.
Yeah.
That's how they do it in the Squatty Potty commercial.
I've done where I have something that I wrap around a tree and then I squat, right? I can hold myself up so I can maintain that angle.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
For the bad knees?
Yeah.
Got that trick knee.
That's exactly it. All right, let's see if this works.
Let's get a glimpse of this warlock.
Is that Dane Cook?
That was a reference to Superbad.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
So we're going to start right over here. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
21.2 pounds.
That's the brick right there.
Right.
Okay. And why the glass?
I'm going to break that concrete slab with that glass without breaking the glass.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. That's incredible. Wait, no, and to be honest, I actually felt these bricks. These are real bricks. I mean, there's no... Don't,
He's like, don't touch.
Check it out, baby. Guns.
Guns! How the hell did you do that?
And then he just tries to sell it.
Okay. I'm gonna move on.
That was my
I'm sorry. Okay.
Like, who's more embarrassed there?
Okay, what is this over here?
This is
a good point.
110 pounds.
Okay.
With the head.
He's going to
Okay, go
keep
for it.
doing the
Don't
bit.
touch
I won't touch
He's like,
it.
I'm just going to keep selling this.
I would have left.
Yeah, you're done. Like, that's it.
Take this off.
It's like, well, he broke the first one, and
Concentrate.
he didn't even touch it.
Woo! You know what? Either way, that was impressive. That was good job. Good job.
Either
okay,
way.
so lots of discipline goes into martial arts.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, that's got to be embarrassing for the news anchor, too.
Yeah.
And then especially since the guy's like, oh, I'm just going to keep going, even though you just outed me as a fake.
Yeah. Now, it's time for our favorite segment. That's where I insert the clip of the Schnacks. Have you seen the little Schnacks girl?
I haven't. Oh, snacks. We say that all the time.
Really?
All the time. We'll, like, Friday night, we'll be getting off work. We're like, well, we should probably pick up some snacks for for the weekend, huh? Get some snacks.
Dude, yeah. Kim and I would down the aisles of Target.
Yeah, we're big fans of Thanact.
Awesome. Now you picked out a brick, and Mara graciously brought us some vegan-friendly Kishnacks. What do we got there, Justin?
This is vegan gingerbread, which I thought was a brownie from the distance, but I'm not mad about gingerbread.
Okay, well, unwrap that cellophane like you would.
I don't want to be the. I'm not going to be the unwrapper.
You don't want to.
I don't want to ruin it. I don't.
Do you often ruin unwrapping things?
I'm not good at it. I have a hard time with envelopes.
Fair.
I have a hard time with envelopes. So
I do too, actually.
No, I feel like I would have, and things would have happened that should not have happened.
Let you break off a piece here.
Break me off a piece of it. There we go. Ooh.
Remember, don't eat it just yet. We're gonna sniff.
Sniff it.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Smells good.
Does smell good.
Smells like
It's got that Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
Alicia was talking
very
about putting
dense.
talking
This thing
about putting
is
up
this bitch is
decorations.
heavy. Have you had these before, Mara?
No, this is actually.
Oh.
I usually do get things from the vegan bakery at the co-op, but this is one that was new for me.
I was gonna ask, where did you get these?
St. Cloud,
St.
the
Cloud.
Good Earth Food Co-op.
Okay, where is that located?
Veterans
Okay.
by
Shout out to Andrew Salisbury.
Yeah.
MT's on 8th.
Nice.
Oh no, Luke Salisbury.
Luke.
Sorry,
Okay.
Luke works there.
Okay.
So I'm
I
guessing
mean-
this is like their seasonal one because they have a pumpkin bread one too.
Oh.
That's just like this.
I bet that's bomb.
That one's really good. I've had that
I
one.
bet.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot going on.
You can. I mean, it's ginger.
Yeah. Which actually, that is a good point. It's not overpowering ginger, which usually when ginger's in something,
It's ginger. Yeah.
yeah, it's in your face.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind it.
No, I could eat that.
Yeah.
6 or 7 of those. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And it
I like
definitely-
to eat their stuff with coffee.
This would pair
It's a
wonderfully
good
with coffee.
bakery stuff there. Because like the vegan stuff can be a little like this isn't as dry as stuff can normally be if it's vegan, but paired with coffee, it's perfect.
I was gonna say, I don't eat too much vegan stuff, like at all, anything ever.
Well, you do by accident. So do you like Oreos?
Oh, that's a good point.
There you
I
go.
do. I love Oreos. In fact, we handed out Oreos for Halloween this year.
Nice. Oh, you did. You guys handed out stuff.
We don't ever get trick or treaters, but my sister brought her kids over. She brings them over every year, and then Alicia's nephew.
Your house doesn't get trick or treaters?
No, we don't have a sidewalk up front. Is what I equate it to. Is we don't have a sidewalk on our road.
That's so weird. I would have
So-
never thought that.
So I don't think the first year we got about a bunch of candy. We're like, we're gonna get trick or treaters for the first time. We're so excited, and we got again my sister's kids. She has 4 kids, so that was pretty much all the candy. And then her nephew came over, and then neighbors across the street came over because they had kids.
That's wild. We got the fuck out of here, and we what we did was all the kids or all the parents went into a different room in my parents' house in their lake house, and so the kids went from door to door,
Room to room.
or yeah, room to room in the house.
I was gonna say I saw people doing that, and I was like, oh, that's genius. I mean, keep them out. And
Yeah, my sister-in-law decorated all over the place, a bunch of neon lights
That's
and
cool.
random fun stuff.
We had the hearse in the front yard.
That is great. Did you? So wait, do you get trick or treaters?
Not like randos. Like
not with the hearse in the front yard.
Yeah, exactly. My roommate had people come over in like little squads, and they would bring kids, and they would like take pictures in the hearse.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. What? Yeah, it's so weird. Like Halloween is normally our fucking holiday. Like
Yeah, I
we
was
go
gonna say
nuts.
Kim, from what I've seen on like Facebook and stuff, is a huge fan.
Oh yeah, we go all out. But
Yeah.
you just can. I mean,
Yeah.
we're moving, so there was that aspect of it. But then just we wanted to get in the spirit of things. We normally watch Nightmare Before Christmas like every fucking day. from now until Christmas because it is applicable
Yeah, it works for both.
to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, yep.
I love that movie so much.
I haven't seen it in a couple years, but yeah.
But you have seen it?
Yeah.
It always throws me off when somebody says they've never seen it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a movie everybody's seen.
It's old.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But still, it's,
I was going to say, yeah, Hot Topic
I was
has
gonna say, you can't walk
constant...
past
Oh, that's
Hot
true,
Topic
yeah.
without seeing
But I feel like malls are
Jack
kind of
Skellington.
a
Yeah.
thing of the past.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we watch Hocus Pocus every year
Ooh!
because that's a classic and just
That was a
great.
weird one to play for the kids this year.
Yeah?
Because they talk about him being a virgin all the time.
Oh, yeah, yep. That was like the big thing was he was a virgin. And there's a lot of sexual jokes in that movie
Yeah.
if you're paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we watch that. We usually watch we try to watch a scary movie and then we watch that to numb out the scary. We didn't watch a scary movie this year. We just finished Schitt's Creek.
Oh, Kim just started that.
It is a fantastic show and everybody should watch it right now.
Alex says good things about it
He
too.
does. He's
Fantastic.
constantly trying to get me to watch it.
Fantastic.
I've watched a few episodes.
It's hilarious.
I dig it. I love Eugene Levy.
He's hilarious.
And
Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't think anybody could say a bad thing about that show.
so the premise is that they had money.
Yep. So it starts out they were billionaires, tons of money, and then his business partner stole it all from him, and the only thing they have left was a city he bought as a joke for his son, called Schitt's Creek, and then it's about them moving into the motel there, and starting over basically, and it's hilarious because the son daughter
So do they get money from the town?
So yeah, yes, kind of. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. No, they don't have they don't have money, and then it's about how they start rebuilding little by little. I guess they own part of the motel or something, or they're staying there because they lost all their money, and these people in Schitt's Creek are that sucks. Here's a hotel you can stay in, and it's just about them and their life, and then rebuilding it.
Where is Schitt's Creek supposed to be?
Great question. I don't remember.
Because
They definitely say it for sure, but I couldn't tell you.
It seems like it's supposed to be kind of hillbilly, but I don't catch many accents.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's like
It's supposed to be more a slow, little town.
almost reminds me of Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
How dare you? You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I do always ask, and I forgot to ask at the top there, but to give people context, because I tell stories all the time about growing up and yada yada yada, but people's perception of me when we were growing up. So what was Chris Duke?
What was Chris Duke to me?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Chris. I'm glad you brought it up. I don't know. You're just always an older, cooler person. I don't know. I looked up to you because you were.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. So
Me?
Your skate. Because you did your skate. You did your rollerbladings when everyone else was skateboardings, and you just did your own thing, and you enjoyed it. I was yeah, you should just do your own thing and enjoy it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I looked up to you for sure.
Well, that's sweet.
Uh-huh.
What'd you find?
Canada.
That's where Schitt's Creek's supposed to be?
That's what it said on Wikipedia.
Wow.
I don't know if that's supposed to be the
I was
show's
gonna say,
location.
It was definitely shot in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Because they're Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eugene Schlevy.
But yeah, it's good. And then another show, since we're talking about shows, I just watched The Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
I've seen an episode.
Fantastic. That was fantastic. I've always liked chess, but I don't know anything about it.
Interesting.
It's a big year for chess this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, they just did a big thing on Twitch too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It blew up on Twitch for this past summer.
Yeah, and don't know a whole lot about it, but it's always been fascinating to me. But it was very good show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, do we have one more clip, yeah?
We do.
One more clip, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
Ooh, you're gonna be surprised.
I hope
We'll
so.
all watch it together, surprise then.
I don't know why. Go full screen. It just refuses.
That's weird.
We have to figure out, all right, what do we do from here? And you're right. We've got to get some jobs. And we have to deal with the debt. And there's one way to do it. We are today spending $140 billion a year, approximately, on Afghanistan and Iraq to no good.
He'll be back. Last night, round 2, I was around 2 o'clock in the morning, you see, G. Jesus, I was flipping channel on ESPN2. He had 50 All-American High School Dunk Contest. It was the year LeBron won it anyhow. I noticed a certain kid from Homer, Louisiana, dunking on people's head. The kid was Von Wafer. He's not a kid anymore. When he splashed 20 on the heads of the Gators, that's going to happen. We all saw this coming. Wafer was without question the guy we all expected would fill the very large shoes that Team get left behind. Sure, the early season troubles led some to question Wafer's ability to lead, but that's not the problem anymore. Wafer has stepped up, leads the Noles in scoring. It's clear, and so goes Wafer, so go the Noles.
Just try to work a little bit harder, do extra. And
I forgot that there's like interview stuff.
Show on the court. Just try to help my teammates. Just try to give my teammates energy.
Yeah,
I mean, I like to be a leader. You know, that's my role.
Have you seen the video? It's a little girl. She's like,
check it out, some big time college basketball.
Oh, the ghost.
Yeah, did you guys see that?
Tech in Miami.
I'm so scared right now.
Guillermo Diaz. He is going to hit a 3 there. He had 27. Miami off to a good start. Georgia Tech with a big first half. Will Bynum, he'll hit that. He had 21. 1-0 in the ACC, 80-69. Your final, Georgia Tech.
Put on your dancing shoes. We still have a lot more to go.
That's including business.
The delight of it all. On Wall Street, the Dow is...
Oh, there was a guy sitting next to him.
Yo, Hitchens?
That's brought us together today, I think does show that there's a decline in certainty among those who claim to be of faith, and I think we can all probably agree on that. The one thing he didn't mention that I think he should have done or should have stressed more is another very important salient recent change, namely our worst enemy in the world, the one that most seeks to destroy stress more is another very important salient recent change, namely our worst enemy stress more is
He kind of leans into that one too.
Recent change, namely our worst enemy recent change, namely our worst enemy.
That sounded like a chair or dragging across.
Could have been
the
a chair, but
ew! Wow, the
he looks like
skills
the
are
type of person that would fart on TV, though.
Anyway, next week is we're doing something around here called Kelly's Thanksgiving.
What is this all about?
Nu är det slut för den här veckan, men ni ser på måndag igen. Hej då!
Farts are always funny.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh, she almost made it too. It was at the very end.
Yep.
Ian, thank you. See you later. More than 2 million people in the UK have put money into Irish banks, often attracted by interest rates. But the news that Ireland's economy is in crisis has left many worried about what will happen to those savings.
Thank goodness Paul Lewis from Radio 4's Money Box is here to help us through all of this.
There we go. That dude's based.
It's like, yep. Yeah.
Investigations, and in New York is Robert Malley, who served as special assistant to President Clinton for Arab-Israeli affairs, is now director of the Middle East and North Africa program for the International Crisis Group. Let's get first the thoughts of Congressman Rohrabacher on what you've heard so far. You see any optimism here?
I'm listening to a lot of people who don't really have anything to say about being having an aggressive policy.
That'll throw you off, though.
The faces are the best.
Or when he passes you the mic, he just lets one go.
Oh God, that's funny.
We're doing credits for that?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
You just end up knowing that if you turn your head away, he's going to try to put something over on you, slip something in.
Yeah.
And you end up participating and say, just a minute now, he's going to do something. I understand what he's up to now, and you really start to watch what's happening. That's the other thing about the humor is you have to pay attention to it.
Sounds a great film to work on. We'll chat. We'll chat more.
Everything you want to say, though.
We'll chat more later on. Stay with us.
Yes.
But,
you're not going to ask me to leave, are you?
well, maybe just like to go to the little ladies' room for a while, or the little gents' room, and then come back and just sort yourself
corrected
out.
That, yes.
Oh, yes.
Sort yourself out.
Sometimes you have to,
Weather now with Ulrika. She's out and about. All this week she's from Wales this morning. She's
they're
in Larne and she's got her
Scottish.
sunglasses on.
I'm so sorry about this. We're suffering from wind here as well. found a little bit of sunshine. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm so sorry. I'll try to do it blind.
No,
but
put
I'm
your
standing
glasses
here
on.
in Larne, which is probably best known for its
some wind.
Start cameras there, please. Dissipated a little bit nicer. Early evening, 10 past 6 Pacific Daylight Time here just outside of San Diego. That sounds like the British Open, but better.
That sounds like the British Open. Nice.
8 days ago, a lot of those bounces and
Tiger Woods laughing.
knobs sent balls sideways and into thick rough.
Not the best editing, but dude, that
got the point.
Who's the guy from Naked Gun? Dude, what?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. The way that he looked away, like it was something else.
Like somebody else did that.
Oh, I fucking love when that happens.
It's comedy.
God damn it, that's awesome. Thoughts, Marl?
What?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Without getting
sappy,
super heavy. You are wonderfully awesome. You're about to have a baby. I'm super excited for you.
Do you have a name?
We do.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Secret name.
Unless this is coming out in 3 months.
Oh.
When he'll be alive and on this earth. In
3 months?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, 2 weeks.
I was going to say, do you give birth and then it just sits in stasis?
I never know, man. How do babies work? I'm freaking out over here, Chris. All right.
There's like a sarcophagus,
Yeah.
and then inside is a cocoon.
You just and you keep digging.
Yeah,
and the
it's
butt
like
falls
a
off.
Russian doll.
Yeah, yeah.
In 3 months, you get to the finally
get
to the
the
center,
nougaty center.
the gooey center.
Uh-huh.
What advice do people seem to be trying to give you the most?
I don't know. I don't get too much advice because they just tell Alicia because she's the smarter one of the two of us. So they give her the advice, but I don't know.
I like that. That's progressive.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't give her the advice because she's the woman,
Yeah.
but because she's smarter.
Because she's smarter than
Nice.
me, and she would take it in better than I do. And she like understands it. No, I don't. People don't really give, I don't know, advice. Maybe they do.
No dropping.
They said don't shake the baby. That's I think rule number 1.
Yeah,
of babies.
Because that's usually first instincts.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
just want
I have this little human.
Yeah,
Whee!
let's see what this does.
Put them in one of those paint
The paint
shakers.
mixers.
Yeah, really get it going. No, I don't.
You got the baby book.
She
What
got
to
me.
Expect?
She got me a book that was like about pregnancy. It was called The Hero and the Sidekick, and in it talks about the wife being the hero and you're the sidekick who has to
It's like a picture book.
Make sure that you're not doing bad things. And I was like, this is a great book.
Oh, that's awesome.
Page 2 that it talks about like different trimesters and like what you could expect from it and like what she's gonna need from you, which is like just be there for her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, just that's my goal. Like this morning went and got coffee, drove up to Monticello and went to Caribou. She told me what she wanted. I ordered it, got back. She's like, that's not what I wanted. And I was like, okay. So then I went to McDonald's and got her the coffee that I know she likes, and just that was that.
Hell yeah!
It was just like it's 4 minutes out of my day. Isn't gonna change anything.
With the baby, my favorite advice or like thing that I tell people is that it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like
until it doesn't.
Exactly. Like you just embrace the fact that it's. Yeah, of course you're gonna love that little boy more than anything you've ever loved before. But when you embrace just how shitty it is, not like you're not gonna get any sleep.
Yeah, I'm already used to that.
It's rough.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, I don't remember that so much because I had accepted it.
You don't remember the shit. You just remember the good stuff.
Yeah,
And that's an evolutionary thing. Because they want you to have more kids, like your brain.
Yeah,
wants
you're
you
like,
to have more kids.
no, I should do it.
No, that never happened.
I should have another kid.
That is really funny.
Although we've talked about, we want to probably do 2 kids, and then cut.
Don't do kids.
Well, not in that sense.
God.
This isn't a private island.
The podcasts are bleeding into one another.
Yeah, because you guys are talking about the island and all that.
Right. Don't do kids, but do fuck animals.
Yeah, animals are fine.
Yeah.
Again, unless you're in a park.
Right.
Way against park regulations. But yeah, so she wants to have a second kid because she grew up. She has she has a brother and a sister, but they're like 12 years and 11 years older than her. So she was basically an only kid, and she's like, that sucks. And I was like, yeah, I always had people around me, and that sucks. No, I just kidding. I love my sister. But yeah, so we'll probably have a second kid.
Well, I mean, Landon and Layla, two is great.
Exactly. Yep, the perfect number.
2 is great.
Tag team, just they want to do pro wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
They were playing together last night, and that is such an overwhelming feeling. Like when we would see them playing together, like when they were younger, it was one thing, but like they're older now and they get annoyed with each other. So like when they play with each other now, it's really great.
Like, oh, good, they do like each other.
Like this summer, one day it rained, and Landon was about to go outside, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I just wanted to see if it's raining." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's raining like crazy." And I think I was setting something up in here because we were having a guest over, and then I hear "foom foom, foom foom, foom foom," and I go outside, and Landon is jumping in the rain on the trampoline, and Layla is in the garage, like trying to hype herself up
to go out,
to want to go out, and she finally goes out, and them jumping. I had a jacket over my head, and I'm watching them jump on the trampoline together, and yeah, last night they were what is Among Us?
It's like video game.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So it's like you've seen The Thing, right, with Kurt Russell, where there's an alien, but like someone can be infected, and they don't know.
You don't know. They all look the same.
Oh.
So in Among Us, there's 2 people are picked as the killers.
Imposters.
Yeah, the imposters, and then the rest of the crew is trying to do these tasks, or they're trying to figure out who the imposters are that are killing the crew.
Yep.
So like you'll be playing, and then so someone can either hit a button to call a meeting, or you can find a dead body and report it, and then you go into a meeting, and everyone's talking to each other on a microphone. Ideally,
yeah, and then you usually shut it off.
Yeah, you can use an in-game like typey chat, but that's stupid.
Okay.
And so if you're the imposter, you're just trying to convince everyone that you're not an imposter.
Yeah. Dude, it's a lot of fun.
It's genius. It's a great game.
There's a board game that I like.
Werewolves?
Yeah, that or Secret Hitler.
Yeah.
Secret Hitler is a ton of fun.
That's a little bit.
No,
on the nose.
Yeah, no, that it's seriously, it's like the same thing. Everybody gets an envelope with like your party on it, and one person's Hitler, and then there's fascists, and then there's liberals, and the fascist job is to either get 5 fascist policies elected, or get Hitler voted in as chancellor. And if that happens, the fascists win, and if you get liberal policies or kill Hitler, liberals win. And it's fucking great. It's a board game.
Best kind of games,
dude. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so Landon and Layla, now it makes sense because they were screaming like crazy. And because can you get kicked out?
Yeah, so when you call a meeting, after you find a dead body or call a meeting, everybody votes to kick somebody out. So like you'll be like, I think I saw Red kill the person. And they're like, okay. So then everybody votes Red. Red gets kicked out. But it turns out Red wasn't the imposter.
Okay. Because that's what I kept hearing was, no, I got kicked. Okay. But yeah, it's a really sweet feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can bet.
And they're 3 years apart, which I think is a solid distance.
That's a good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You go past that, they don't get to be in high school together at all.
Yep. Yeah.
So
that's what it was like. So it was Sam. Sam's, I think, 3 years older than me, or a little. Yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah, because I'm 3 years older.
Yeah.
Than that,
So when I was a freshman, she was a senior. So we were in high school together, and then I knew all her friends who were older, so that made me cooler by association.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, hey, yeah. So we'll probably have 2 kids and call it after that.
Yeah,
unless we have twins. Then
I was gonna say, you never know.
I know.
Do you think she'll get a hysterectomy?
No, I'll probably get the old snip.
Get a hemsterectomy.
Yeah, just because she's gonna have the baby. Why don't I just go get the quick fix?
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but Kim had some other issues, so she had a uterotomy, and now we're good.
Yeah, figure it's easier for
Just
me.
Dumping loads.
Yeah, just everywhere you want, semen everywhere. Cool. I hope not in this chair. It's your house. You do what you want.
I like. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. It's going too far. Justin, thank you so fucking much for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
This was just as fun as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, this was a good time.
We'll definitely have to have you and Alicia on when Kim can.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, Kim's on every other episode this weekend. It's just to pile stuff up so that we can have
a lot of stuff
episodes to bank because we're moving.
Yeah.
So
that's
this
exciting.
will all be releasing on a scheduled thing. That
You got your dates.
Yeah. What's the name? I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything to plug?
No.
I was gonna say
You can see me in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
next
time I'm out there, come say hi if you see me.
Be on the roof.
Yeah.
Roof club.
Yeah.
No hats.
That's us. Yeah, don't bring your hat. Don't make you take it off.
Well, the last thing that we do, our listeners are called ducklings.
Okay.
So we say, au revoir, little ducklings, quack, quack.
Au revoir, little ducklings. Quack, quack.
Au revoir, little ducklings. Quack, quack.
Good job.
Thanks, man.